Hello and welcome to a new vlog. It's very dark in this corner. Let me get a light turned on. I'm just getting things kind of set up out here. I need to get some coffee. I need to get some food. I need to start this vlog. So we'll start in the kitchen again. I feel like I've been doing a lot of vlogging in the kitchen lately, but that's because it is one of the few places in my apartment where the air conditioning isn't just absolutely blaring in my ear. Where there's also a place that I can prop you up and have you out of the way of a ceiling fan or an air conditioning vent or something like that. It's Monday. Hi, by the way. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a full-time writing instructor and a part-time content creator and indie author. Welcome back if you are one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here as always. It is 11:32. It just ticked over on my stove. According to my watch, it's 11:34, so the stove is a couple minutes behind. Yes, it is Monday. It is still Monday morning, but only for another less than 30 minutes. I have been up, I have been out, I've been running around, I've gotten up, taken a shower, washed my hair, ran out to run some errands. My hair was 80% wet when I left. It is now 98% dry. It still feels a little, just the tiniest bit damp at the back, but yeah, it's pretty much dry. It is very hot out. Not even noon yet and already 104 degrees. Yay for living in the desert. Yeah, I had to go pick up a prescription, and then I figured while I'm out and I needed to drive my car around because I'm not going very many places, and so I'm like, I do not need my car battery to die in this heat because I'm not using it. I realized I hadn't driven my car. I've left the apartment, I've gone places, but I haven't driven myself anywhere since July 5th, the day I came home from the house after the 4th of July. So Mom and I have gone to Whole Foods a couple times since then, but she's driven. So I've just got back, but yeah, in the like 30-ish minutes that I was out, my hair pretty much completely dried. So it's not styled, but it is dry. Anyway, it is Monday. It's a new week. This is what I'm telling myself. It's Monday, it's a new week. I do feel a little bit better. There's still, if you've watched the last couple of vlogs, there's still an undercurrent of anxiety because I'm still dealing with seasonal depression. Yay. It's still there. That hasn't gone away. That won't go away until October if I'm lucky. And I didn't get that much sleep last night. I just couldn't sleep. Last Monday, I did really well. Last Monday was probably the best day of last week. It was before everything just felt like it went off the rails. Last Monday, I got 4 chapters edited. I got like 600 or 700 words written in Camp Nano. I did a lot of work on LinkedIn. I started doing the cover sketching. Like, last Monday was unbelievably productive, and then I feel like I burned out a bit. So, and I still got work done on Tuesday, but then everything went wild on Wednesday. So I'm gonna try not to be that productive this Monday. I'm gonna try to just take things easy, get as much done as I can, but also prioritize rest. So I'm gonna get some coffee, get my planner, get settled on the couch, and just ease into, I can't say the day because it's already nearly noon, but we're gonna ease into the afternoon. course, I've still got 2 standing fans and ceiling fan going, so it's not completely quiet in here, but it is much better than it was a few seconds ago. It is nearly 2 o'clock. I'm at my desk. I have been reading your comments on the vlog that went up today. You all are so lovely. Like, you make me feel so much better, even when it's a time like this where I just feel like I am losing my mind. So today was the day that the vlog titled "Sometimes I Just Want to Quit" went up. The early comments coming in are just so incredibly kind, understanding, and thoughtful, and it's why I'm just cleaning up my desk because my desk is a mess. It's why I've gotten a lot less nervous to put up vlogs like that one. Every time there's a video that I'm like, ooh, like, I don't know, Andrea, maybe this was too vulnerable, too real, maybe this is not what people are wanting to watch from you. Every time I have those thoughts and I still put the video up anyway, you all are so just incredibly kind and generous. Coaster. I needed a coaster. I'm done with the coffee. I am definitely feeling, so I know I have to be careful with caffeine, and normally I don't have that much caffeine. I normally stick to decaf. But over the summer, since it's gotten warmer and since it's gotten hot, it's just so much easier to buy store-bought cold brew, but I can't find decaf store-bought cold brew. And so I've been having a little bit more full caffeine than I know is best for me. We're done. I'm going back to decaf. So this mug, just so you know, this mug is, I can't show you without spilling my tea. It's iced tea. I have too many lovely mugs to only use them when I'm drinking a hot beverage or when I'm drinking coffee. So this is iced tea in here. I'm just realizing decaf needs to be the name of the game going forward. I need like a hard reset. Like, obviously there's still caffeine in decaf. Don't come at me in the comments. I know there is caffeine in decaf, but there is significantly less caffeine in decaf compared to regular. And then obviously things like the iced mint tea. This is just mint. It's not any kind of green tea or black tea. It's just peppermint that I've cold brewed overnight. So that's completely caffeine free. I just, oh gosh, my brain, you slow down, Andrea. I'm just noticing today, because I've had like a nice quiet weekend. So the last vlog was like just a cozy Saturday at home at the end of this past crazy week. And then yesterday, Sunday, was another chilled day. Wow, that was not off for very long. 6 minutes, which is standard, but gosh, 6 minutes goes by really fast. It is 109 degrees outside. It's getting hot. Anyway, we talked enough about the weather in the last vlog. I am noticing, getting back to the thought I was originally trying to share, I am noticing, especially after having the last couple days where it was the weekend, I wasn't trying to do work, I was just trying to relax and chill out. I'm noticing that while I feel like I'm feeling better mentally, physically my body is still holding on to a lot of stress. I am twitching and spasming all over my body. Like, it's not just my eyes, like that's the usual place, but like everywhere just feels really spasmy, if that's a word. So there's still clearly a lot of like tension in my body. I don't think the caffeine that I've had the last few days has really helped. I know better. I shouldn't have, and coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're cutting it out now. I'm gonna try to like just go completely off full caffeine for at least a couple months. Then I can start allowing it to trickle back in on like a once or twice a week basis. That seems to be fine for my body, but I've been having it too many days in a row. And I think that's also, that combined with the anxiety and the seasonal depression, it's all these little things coming together. And I feel like that's what last week was. All these little things coming together into a perfect storm of fiery shark tornadoes in a hurricane. That was the example I used in 2 vlogs ago. Yeah, I just think it's set me up for a bad situation last week. So gonna have my peppermint tea. I'm gonna clean up my desk. That's why we're here. This desktop isn't too bad, but this desktop has gotten not so great. This is the difficulty about the L-shaped desk. There's a lot of pros I'm liking about it. One of the cons that I'm realizing is it's now 2 desktops that I can clutter up, and they need to both be like easy to clean up and put stuff away and all of that stuff. So I just want to get this sorted back out, and then I can do some writing. So my laptop is currently on charge, so I figured while that's charging, as I don't want to move the charger, and because I've just been working on my laptop, I figured I'd leave that on charge for a little bit. I'm going to do some cleaning, do some organizing, I think do like 15 minutes of sketching. I've got a summer picnic by a river ambiance video going on my big screen TV. So I'm just going to spend like probably 30 minutes getting myself centered a bit, and getting this space cleaned up. And then we will try to do some editing and see how much editing we can do. I got up to chapter 8, so I'm going to start chapter 9 today. So I've got more than half the book left to do, but I also got chapters 1 through 9 done last week, even though there were a few days where I didn't do any editing at all last week, where I got 1 through 8 done. So I'm thinking if I could get 8 chapters done in 3 days, I might be able to get, it's like 11 chapters and the epilogue. I might be able to get that done this week if I do a little bit every day. So we will try to do some editing. If I don't finish it this week, I don't finish it this week. But yeah, anyway, enough rambling. I'm gonna get these desktops sorted out, do a tiny bit of cover sketching, and then we can think about doing some editing. I have just finished my draft 1.5 read through of chapter 9. So I can cross chapter 9 off the list. I'm gonna do chapter 10 today and then probably stop with editing because I don't want to overdo it today. I don't know, my brain still feels like it's moving really fast, but I think sitting down and focusing just on the editing is helping to slow it down a little bit. I think it was partly the caffeine that I had. I don't think that helped, but I think it was also getting up and running out to the pharmacy and then to the post office and then to the gas station and then coming home and getting stuff done here, and then it just feels like I've been rushing from one thing to the next throughout the whole morning, and so now I can kind of just sit. Been watching or playing a YouTube video. I'm about halfway through that one. I put on a 50-minute one because I figured I don't really want to work for more than an hour. And when I put on like a 8-hour long ambiance video, it's very easy for like 2 or 3 hours to go by and I'm like, oh, I've been working for a long time. So we're sticking with a 50-minute one that is a snowy walk through the English countryside, and I'm still in chapters in the book right now that are very definitely winter, so I figured this would help channel some of the wintry vibes that I need for this book. But yeah, I also restructured some things in my Scrivener file for this project and set up in outliner mode and set up my label system, but created a new system specifically for editing. So you guys have seen me using the color coding for outlining. So different colors signify different levels of outlining that I'm at. I figured I would create a new version of that for when I'm editing. In editing now, red shows that I'm on a first draft. Orange shows that I'm on draft 1.5. Then yellow will be second draft, green will be third draft, blue will be fourth draft if I need it, and then purple will be when I'm up to copy editing. And we'll see, I might not need a fourth draft, so I might shift blue to be the copy edit, and then purple can be like done, that chapter is done and ready to be formatted. Because my publishing process, or like my larger process that I'm working within, for those who are new since the last time I would have been doing formatting and copy editing and formatting and proofreading would have been about a year ago. I think I was starting to copy edit The Inn of Hopes and Dreams around August of last year. So if you're new just in the last year, you haven't seen me go through the full process yet. So roughly, short version, I outline, brainstorm, develop, and outline. Then I do the first draft. Then I do content / developmental editing, and so that's the stage I'm in right now, and I'm at the beginning of that stage still. My Scrivener read through, like when it comes to my editing process, and I can do more detailed videos on each of these steps if you want me to. So when it comes to editing, I do my Kindle read through just to see what I think of the story overall, because that's usually my first time of reading through it once it's finished, since I, wrote it. Then I do a Scrivener read through. That's where we're at right now with this project, where I'm just reading through each chapter fairly quickly and making notes and comments in Scrivener on things that on the next pass I want to go through more slowly. So during the draft 1.5 stage that I'm at right now, I'm reading 2 to 4 chapters a day. After draft 1.5, and I call it a half draft 1.5 because I'm not making very many changes. I'm not actually doing a lot of developmental edits. I'm making notes. So the actual second draft, I will go through much more slowly, like one chapter a day at the fastest. It could be 1 to 3 days per chapter, which is, looking at the calendar, it's something I'm having to wrap my brain around, that it is probably going to take me longer to edit and blah blah blah. We'll talk about that, what that all means another day. So draft 2 will be, which will be the next draft that I do, that will be the first like proper developmental edit draft, and that's where I'll go through more slowly. I'll look at all the notes that I've put into Scrivener, all the comments I've made on each chapter. I'll look at the general notes that I put in my project notebook for this project, and then draft 3 and 4, however many passes I need, it's kind of then the same thing. It's just you go through it and you see different things on different passes. As you change something here, it then leads to changes down here and whatnot. Usually after the second draft, I have my beta readers read it, and my beta readers also include my alpha readers, so my alpha readers will read it for a second time, beta readers will get it for the first time. I will read it again, usually after draft 2 or 3, somewhere in there. Like once I send it to the beta readers, that's when I will also pop it back on my Kindle and read through it quickly, do another Kindle read through, and just kind of see, okay, with all these changes that I've made, what's the read like now? What's the flow like? What's the pacing like? So we're still at the very beginning of that process, but I am hoping that the different color coding will help me with that and see, like visually, I can kind of see where I'm at. I'm realizing that as my stress levels and my anxiety levels are like all over the place, having these visual cues, like whether it's in Scrivener or with my little project update progress board where I can look and see, okay, I'm on this chapter in this project and this chapter in this project, and I'm past 10K in Camp NaNo, like I can see all of that. The little visual cues are really helping me both know where I'm at, but also be just a little bit less stressed about things. So yeah, so it's just about 3:30. I'm gonna get the music turned back on and see if I can get this done by like 4 o'clock, see if I can read it in 30 minutes. That would be ideal. So fingers crossed, 30 minutes. It's just turned 3:30. The air conditioning is just turned off. And yeah, we'll see how chapter 10 goes. I'm done editing. I'm gonna go swimming, or at least go floating. I'm gonna go get in the pool. I'm gonna try to relax. I'm gonna try to rest. I went on Thursday, as you will have seen a couple vlogs ago, but then I didn't go Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I meant to go over the weekend because I wanted to see how busy it is at the weekend. I don't like going to the pool when it's really busy. So like when I went the other day, that I showed you in the vlog, there was one woman in the pool when I got there and no one else sitting around the pool. A few minutes after I got in, she got out, she sat for a while, and then she left, and then I had that whole pool, as you saw, it's a good sized pool. I had that whole pool to myself for about 20 minutes, and then a dad with his 2 kids arrived. And they were fine. They kind of stuck to the other side of the pool for me. But like that was it the whole time I was there. So I'm hoping it'll be another quiet day. So I got a second chapter edited, so I feel really good about that. We did 2 today. I need to be doing at least 2 a day, but there's going to be like 1 day this week where I would need to do like 3 to get it done by Friday. So fingers crossed. We will see. I'm really trying to remember. I feel like I say that all the time. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remind myself. But ADD brain, I have to remind myself of the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm trying to remind myself and remember small steps every day, rather than, like, I feel like last Monday I tried to pile so much on to my task list on Monday that, like, getting 4 chapters edited and still doing my Camp Nano writing and like all this stuff, and it just had me feeling really exhausted by the end of the day on Monday. So we're gonna not do that today. So I haven't done my Camp Nano writing yet, but I think that's the only thing really left on my list. I've done a lot of little like admin-y type things throughout the day and social media stuff throughout the day. I've got one more of those sorts of social media type stuff to do, and I might do that at the pool, plus doing some more reading. So I did last night, or yesterday, I did finish my reread of the first 3 Across the Pond books. So I finished rereading Brave Together. I loved it. Like, I still got emotional at the ending, even though I wrote it and I know what happens. But yeah, I was worried about rereading that one because of all the delays and all the mindset issues, but rereading it, there are things that other writers might have done differently, and I can kind of tell the advice that maybe an outside objective editor might have told me, but there's still not a single thing I would really change about that story. So yeah, really enjoyed that. So I now have 3 books of the Across the Pond series annotated, and I need to like start writing down those notes and what I highlighted and stuff. But I have started rereading Independent Hearts, so I'm currently 8 chapters in. Like, I really plowed through the first bit of Bookshelf Possibilities, and oh my god, I'm loving that book. There was just something magical about Bookshop. I still can't articulate it or describe it, but I love that book. Like, I don't want to pick favorites, and like, I love each of my books for different reasons and in different ways. But there was just I put a huge part. I put a little piece of my soul in every book I write, but I put a big chunk of my soul in Bookshop. So yeah, I'm really enjoying rereading that, and I'm taking a ton of notes and highlighting a lot and annotating a lot, and I think it will help me with book 3 and then down the road with the next books. So yeah, so that's what's on my Kindle, and that's what I might do some reading in at the pool if I am able to. And then Camp Nano. Haven't done camp writing, so we might, I don't want to be writing at night, but I might do a little bit of writing in that after the pool, but maybe before I have dinner, like maybe while dinner is cooking. I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner. I'll figure that out later. So yeah, I might do some outlining just quickly earlier in the evening, but then cut myself off and just relax tonight. So yeah, but it is now 4:22. I need to get out to the pool. Let's go. Fingers crossed it's quiet. So let's go. Okay, it is now 6:34. This evening has just completely run away from me, but it's been a lot of fun. I went to the pool, I vlogged a couple clips, and then I started talking with one of my community neighbors. It's the same woman who was there when I first arrived back on Thursday. And yeah, we just started talking. And like an hour and a half later, we finally got out. And yeah, it's just really nice chatting and just sitting in the water and having a grand old time. And then I came home. It was a little bit after 6 by the time I got home. Jumped in the shower, rinsed myself off. I didn't get my hair wet, so I didn't have to wash my hair again. And now I'm just getting some dinner going. I do still want to do some Camp Nano writing, but we'll see. I don't want to just take the day off, because I think knowing what my schedule is tomorrow, I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow, which I've been trying not to think about all day. So like, tomorrow's just going to be busy. There's going to be a lot. So we will see. But yeah, I'm going to go start relaxing. Go check my dinner, because that's now beeping at me. But yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a really nice afternoon. I feel better this Monday than I did last Monday. Like, I still feel like I got a fair amount done today. Not as much, but I also don't feel as burned out as I did. And I am really starting to be convinced that I think the pool is a good idea on any day that I can swing it. Like, instead of letting myself work late, I should be, just as I would during the autumn or winter or early spring when the weather's nice and I'm going for a hike or going for a walk, I would stop work at a certain time to then go for an evening, afternoon, early evening walk or hike. So I should be doing the same thing during these hot months, but for the pool. Now I'm getting that feeling where I want to keep talking to you, but editing Andrea is in my head saying, just stop talking. So that's what I'm gonna do. It is nearly 10 o'clock. Let's go somewhere where the air conditioning isn't louder than I am. I've been very cozy in a hoodie, laying on the couch. I've got iced tea. Well, there's no ice in it anymore, but it's cold, in my Cozy Queen mug. Having some more peppermint tea. But yeah, I've just been having a cozy night on the couch. In case I haven't said it lately, I love my couch. The love is still there. I know I'm not saying it in every single vlog multiple times like I was when I first got it. Do not let that make you feel that the love has diminished in any way. It's definitely broken in. Like, it's a lot squishier in the places where I sit the most frequently, but I still love it. Oh my gosh, it's the best money I have spent all year long. So yeah, I've just been really cozy on the couch. I put on Pride and Prejudice, the Matthew McFadden, Keira Knightley version. I love both the main versions. Like, there's multiple versions. There's quite a few film and TV adaptations, but I feel like the two big ones people talk about are the 95 version with Colin Firth and Jennifer Ely, which is fantastic, and then this one was like 2005 or something, with Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden. I love both versions. My decision of which one to watch is entirely dependent on how much time I have. So if I want to watch it in just one evening, this is the version I watch. If I want to watch it over the course of like a weekend, I'll watch the longer version. I really love this version though, and I thought I would watch it tonight because Mandy, who watches these vlogs, Mandy mentioned it in the comment that she left on one of the vlogs today. It just sounded like a good idea. It's not a very, the way that they filmed this one, it's not a particularly summery version. I feel like the 95 version just feels a bit more like spring, summer. They're in more like lighter costumes and stuff. Then again, don't hold me to that because it's been a while since I've watched it. But this one also doesn't feel totally summery, but it also isn't like winter. So I do like watching this one in the summer. It's just a nice, cozy film that's not straight up autumn winter vibes, if I'm making any sense at all. There's just something very beautifully quiet about this adaptation. The music is just perfection. The opening, like as the opening titles were playing and the first like 2 minutes of the film, I could just feel my blood pressure coming down and my body relaxing. It's just a very chill film. So Mandy, I'm really glad you mentioned it and gave me the idea, because this was just what I needed. Yeah, and I love the cast. The score, the music, the film score for it is just perfection. The costumes are hit or miss for me, but that's me speaking as a former costume designer. There were just choices were made that I probably wouldn't have made. And I feel like this is an adaptation that's gotten torn apart a bit by the historical costuming community. I don't think it's that bad. It's just not my favorite, but there are some individual costumes that are incredible. But yeah, I had a really nice time watching that. I did manage to get some writing done. I got up over my goal in Scrivener. So NaNo just wanted me to do 228, passed that easily. I got up to 657. We are now over 12K in NaNo in general, which is amazing. I got a few more chapters up to 500 words. So I think I only have 4 chapters left that need to be brought up to that level, and then all the chapters in the outline will be at 500, and that will be interesting, just have to say. At this point, and I do reserve the right to change my mind, but at this point I do think I'm going to keep outlining to 1,000 words per chapter, but I think going from 500 to 1,000, I'm going to let myself write in small chunks, like a paragraph of description or several lines of dialogue. I've already been doing that, but I will probably let myself do that a little bit more. But it's fantastic. Still loving the story. Still can't wait to start writing it. I really can't. Still having a lot of fun. I let myself kind of work for the first half of the film, and then for the second half I put everything away and I just laid down on the couch. I got my mug of tea and a couple macarons and just sat down and chilled out for the rest of the film, which was exactly what I wanted. It is now 9, and I'm not wearing a watch. It's charging. It's 9:54 according to my stove, but that is a minute or two faster than my watch. We figured that out this morning, which was a long time ago for me, but for you guys was only about 45 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm gonna get in bed in a moment. I think I'm gonna let myself watch one YouTube video, and then I will get in bed and do a little bit of reading. But it's been a lovely evening. It really has. It's been a lovely day. I do feel, I think I said this a moment ago in the previous clip where I was talking to you, but I feel like I've gotten a good amount of work done, but I also still feel really relaxed compared to last Monday, where it was great that I got so much done, but I also kind of burned myself. But I kind of also burned myself out in the process. So feel pretty good tonight, which is a good sign because it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably going to burn me out, but anyway, I will make sure to take care of myself. Thank you for all of the love you gave on the, I think it's vlog 77 the sometimes I just want to quit vlog. I love that you guys understand me so well and are just so kind and supportive. So I'm doing very well at this point compared to how I was last Thursday. I'm doing much better. I'm trying to be more mindful and take care of myself and all of that good stuff, and we'll talk more about that probably in the next vlog. But yeah, I am doing a lot better. Doing a little bit less today definitely helped. Going to the pool definitely helped. Watching this movie definitely helped. This movie is just so cozy. I always forget how cozy this version of Pride and Prejudice is. It's just, it just soothes my mind and my soul and my heart. And Pride and Prejudice isn't even my favorite Jane Austen novel, but there is something about this particular adaptation that just makes me feel all cozy on the insides. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna go continue relaxing and then go get in bed. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would greatly appreciate both of those things. Say hi in the comments. Leave me... There are no Jane Austen emojis. Like, where are our Regency romance emojis? I'll let you guys get creative, but leave me emojis that somehow reference Pride and Prejudice. I think that could be interesting to see what you all do with that. You get very creative with the emojis. Or you can just let me know, what is your favorite movie to put on? Movie, or, you know, a specific episode of a TV show or something. Like, is there a holiday special of a TV series or something? So what's your favorite thing to put on when you just need to feel really chilled out and relaxed? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go continue relaxing, and yeah, I'm gonna go now. I will see you very soon in the next vlog, and thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!